Cigarettes and vaping. Boys, that's what we're talking about today. The good old smoky boys. That's what we're going down. Because, man, honestly, man, if I'm honest with myself, I still vape to this day. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. I haven't had a cigarette in maybe 4 or 5 years, potentially. Maybe 4 years, maybe three. I don't know, something like that. But I definitely still vape, man. And dude, it is. I do regret it. I do definitely regret it. I started when I was like 19. It was before they changed the age limit, at least in my area, to 21, which honestly would have helped me because I don't think I would have started at 21. Maybe I would have because it is a good. It does accompany drinking quite well. I will say that, especially like standing outside like a bar or a venue, like a music venue, and having like a nice smoke with someone, or even outside the office. Like having a nice smoke with a coworker, or even when I was like working at other jobs and stuff, like having it is a good conversation piece to just kind of have a nice conversation outside because you both kind of know why you're both doing it. You're like, kind of taking off the edge, man. I'm stressed, or I'm not feeling too great, or maybe the darker boys. It's like, I'm talking like the darker emotional boys, and not like anything crazy, where it's like, like, oh, this is shaving off time in my life, and that is a thought that can and does cross some people's heads and stuff. I would imagine it crossed my mind every now and again, especially my more depressed days, even though that comes and goes as it pleases every now and again. But man, I definitely do regret because it's like the cigarettes. That was like one thing because like one, I probably smelled like ass everywhere I went, bro. And you don't even know how bad that stuff smells until you're not doing it anymore. Like if you were doing it, you don't know how bad that smells. Like it honestly smells good when you're doing it. Like if you smell it like kind of on your fingers or you smell it on someone close by, you're like, that's my boy, bro. Can I bum one? And dude, the amount of money I wasted on cigarettes, bro, is absolutely absurd. And honestly, I probably wasted more on vape juice, and vape disposables. And dude, you know what feels so lame is like knowing that you are a little dependent on it. Where like maybe an hour passes and you're having a good conversation with someone, or maybe it's at dinner and the dinner is like an hour and a half, and you're like, oh, we're still gonna be here for like 30 minutes, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick, but you go outside and you like hit that vape. You're like, bro, what am I doing? I feel like such a goober. And honestly, man, the amount of money into that addiction is absolutely insane, especially once it compounds over years. Like I don't even want to do the math, man. I'd probably be quite upset with myself, even though I've enjoyed it in the moment, and I still vape to this day. Like I do enjoy it, and I don't know, maybe this is cope, but I do feel like I could quit if I actually wanted to. Which I don't know, maybe that goes hand in hand, right? But like I do enjoy it, and I don't know, I don't feel like I feel like quitting, even though I know I should for my health. Like especially as like more studies are coming out, dude. I read this one study where people are saying, or I don't know, scientists are saying, or studies say that vaping can cause dementia, and I'm like, bro, that's not good. And we're all the guinea pigs. Vaping is so new, right? Like cigarettes, we know the cause of that. That's been around for a hot minute, right? Where we know the risk of cancer, the risk of cardiovascular diseases, and all that stuff. And I would imagine to an extent, like vape, it can't be good, right? Like you're vaping through plastic that goes into your brain through your bloodstream. Like it might be worse. I don't know. It might not be. I don't know. It might be the same. It's gotta. It can't be good, man. But it does kind of feel lame, like being a vapor. Not gonna lie. Even though it's like you don't smell. Honestly, you probably arguably smell good. There's been times where I was like going through a drive-through and I rolled down my window and that vape cloud pours out and she's like, "Oh, you smell good." And I'm like, "Yeah." I feel like a loser, especially that I'm coming here at midnight vaping, but like you're the only thing open, so I guess I'm gonna talk about it tonight. And there's like a little bit. It is lame, man. It is lame. It is kind of gross. It isn't like as maybe I don't know. It isn't as gross as like cigarettes to certain people. Like there was this one time. This was after I stopped smoking cigarettes. I was like seeing this girl. She was like a smoker, and there was times like I knew her for quite a bit, and there was times when I was smoking that we'd share cigarettes and whatnot, and that was chill. But I eventually just went to just straight vape. That's all I've been doing for the past few years. And I was talking to this girl that I've known for a while, and she still smokes cigarettes, and we were like hanging out. And we were kind of a thing. And honestly, one of the biggest turnoffs was the smell of that cigarette like breath, bro. Like I don't know, the feeling of being kissed by a cigarette smoker and you're not one is kind of gross for some reason. And man, it makes me think of back in the day, dude. Oh my god, I went on this camping trip that I don't know. I'll tell the full story sometime, but I went on this camping trip, or it was like a cabin trip in Colorado, and this was when I was like hard into smoking cigarettes. And dude, I bought like 4 packs for a weekend, and I was just chain smoking that whole time. And I, oh my god, dude! And I was the only dude there of age with these women there, and then there were like 5 women and me. Because I don't know, people fell off and didn't come. I ended up coming. I barely even knew them. Honestly, it was a really good time. I had a good time, and just the fact that I was like with these girls and I was like probably reeked, bro. I guess they didn't complain. They didn't mind, but I'm like, bro, that's crazy. Because I was like going hard, man. And you know, the first cigarettes I ever smoked were the Marlboro Black 100s, like the black ones. Dude, I remember having blacks when I was kind of in my later years of smoking, like going back to them. Because I eventually just switched to like Camel Crush, you know, kind of just more chill. Or I like the smooth ones, but I don't know. I didn't have like I stopped smoking like the harsh ones, like Marlboro Reds, but especially Marlboro Blacks. I remember I got a pack of blacks. Me and my girlfriend at the time, because we would both smoke and like talk with each other. Oh man, that's weird to think that we both smoke. She was too pretty to smoke. That's crazy. That's crazy. We both were reeking. Oh man, that's crazy to think. I guess that's part of the reason we worked out. And I remember we got a pack of blacks to try them again, and bro, I felt like death. I honestly felt so horrible having it, and like the lightheaded feeling was insane, bro. At least in my memory, but dude, the Camel Crushes went kind of hard. The other day, man, I drove to a gas station. I was getting gas, and the cashier girl was outside smoking a cigarette. Ooh, 2 things. And it was actually at the same gas station. She was smoking a cigarette, and I actually thought the smell actually smelled pretty nice. And I was like, bro, I don't need this demon right now. Do not get me to start smoking cigarettes again at this age right now. I don't need that. That's the last thing I need. But it did smell good, and I was like, it kind of gave me a flashback. But you know what's funny? Same girl, different time. This was like weeks and weeks ago, maybe a month ago. Same gas station. I'm going in, right? And she's smoking a cigarette, and she says something like, "Oh, I'm so tired, and I'm here till like 3 a.m. or something." I'm like, "Oh, you're gonna need some coffee, or you should get some coffee." And she's like, I'm just trying to hit it back. She's like, "Oh, I can't have caffeine," and I'm like, "Oh, why? Is it like a heart condition, like something wrong with your heart or something?" She's like, "No, I'm pregnant," and I just like dude, it was like one of the few times I honestly was lost for words because I was like, you were just smoking a cigarette. What are you talking about? That's way worse. You can definitely have a little bit of caffeine. I don't think you can have cigarettes at all. And granted, I understand that it's hard to break that habit, but that's crazy to me that she said that. She definitely must not be in her right mind. But, God bless her. God bless her kid. Hopefully he comes out all good and whatnot. But that was pretty crazy. But dude, smoking, man. Besides it being like a good conversation piece and good when you're drinking, I will say cigarette smoking when you're drinking is or was pretty hype. But and it's kind of the same with vaping, right? I definitely, if I were to have a drink, I definitely vape a lot more in the night if I'm having drinks, for sure. I don't know what that is. Maybe just to get that kind of elevated buzz from having a downer, I guess. I don't know. They definitely go hand in hand. So I definitely could see myself, like, if I was more of a party boy like I used to be, I guess I could probably see myself having cigarettes again. And I don't know, maybe in the right company, I would have. I'd probably try one, but I don't know. I think I'd be worried. I would like start spending money on that stuff, man. Like I don't want to be spending what is it, like $9 a pack nowadays? Like it was expensive back in the day when I was doing it. I think it was like 7 or something, but like $10 a pack essentially, like after tax and everything. Like, bro, that's gonna add up quick, dude. Although, man, I know I'm kind of romanticizing it just because I did have a lot of good times with cigarettes. I remember my buddy when on his 18th birthday, and he's already was smoking like in high school and whatnot. On his 18th birthday, he went and bought a carton, like the first thing he bought when he turned 18. And dude, and we ended up being roommates, and we had this nice little balcony, and we got like this flower pot because we all like there was 3 of us, and we all smoked cigarettes so much, and we'd have a lot of kickbacks, and that thing was just full of cigarette butts, man. Oh man, I remember one time we accidentally burnt a hole through because someone didn't put it out all the way. Oh man, good times, degenerate times. I regret it, man. If you haven't started, don't start. There's no reason to start. It literally becomes an addiction like after one. It kind of does, man. And I would imagine vaping would be as well. Maybe even more because it's just way more convenient. Like you can do it inside. You can you don't need a lighter. Like it's right there. You just suck. You just suck, bro. And it's right there. So, but I don't know because I know definitely the first time I smoked, man. And the first time I had a cigarette, my buddy, my roommate at the time in that apartment I was just talking about, he was already smoking, like I said, like in high school, and we ended up living together and whatnot. A good buddy of mine, and I don't know, man. I was just like so like stressed out and depressed over certain life things going on. And for some reason, I would get this thought creeping up on me. And the first time ever in my life, I don't know why. Maybe it was just because I was exposed to it more, living with him potentially. I'm not blaming him at all. It was definitely my choice. But I remember, man, just being like so stressed out and like depressed for, you know, multiple reasons, I guess. And I just remember having that thought, like, man, cigarettes, have a cigarette, have a cigarette, like stuff like that, and which is so weird. And I remember getting home after work and like being like, hey, bro, can I have one? And he was surprised, but bro, that's when it started. And then all of a sudden, I'm buying my own packs, and now dude. Now we're mad smoking. Now we're all smoking, and it literally just took that one moment, man, where I did that literally up until now. Like it's not cigarettes, but it's vaping, and that was literally like 9 years ago, man. Like it's been that long, and I've been doing it since. And I like in certain ways, it definitely benefited me in the sense of having conversations with people. Like I definitely had a lot of good conversations outside of music venues, but dude, in the long haul, it's like the amount of money wasted, the health risks that are potentially in my future, or maybe things that I feel today, but I'm just like a little too ignorant to maybe even pay attention to or think it's that big of a deal. Maybe that's part of it. Who knows? Sometimes I laugh and I get that little wheezy laugh and notice that's not fun. That's not cool, but it is what it is. But yeah, man, if you haven't started, definitely just don't, man. Definitely don't. And you know what's interesting? A lot of these vapes, if not all of them, they come from China, right? So we get tariff. These are going to go up. So maybe that's what I need to quit because I don't want to pay double. If I'm paying double for these, bro, honestly, I have to go back to cigarettes. But I'd probably just try to quit overall, I guess. I guess that'd be it. But yeah, if you haven't started, man, definitely don't. It's even though I was kind of gassing it up with good memories, but that's the thing, man. If you wouldn't do it if it wasn't like good, right? If it wasn't fun or like you benefited from it in a way, but the risk outweighs the reward for sure. It's just like temporary enjoyment in a moment for long term problems, and it can go down the rabbit hole too. Like you can almost get a little philosophical with it if you really wanted to, but I just want to put it out there, man, because I definitely have been doing it for oh man, quite the longest time, and definitely would never recommend, man. I would never say like, oh, you should try this to anyone. To anyone, man. The money's not worth it. The addiction isn't worth it, and you feel like such a goober when you're like, oh, I need to let me go step outside and hit my vape. Like, oh, bro. Or like if you're going on a new date, right, and you notice that she hasn't whipped out a vape or anything yet, and then you gotta bring up that line as you're like walking outside back to your car, and you're like, is vaping a red flag? And most of the time they'll say no, but cigarettes are. Like I've had that line given to me quite a bit. So in the clear with that, still not good. Still don't do it. It's gross, and who knows what you know downsides there's going to be in the future because it's so new, man. It's so new, and they just kind of threw these out at us. And honestly, man, if they banned them, as someone who has consumed them and does enjoy it, like I would actually be all for that. Like I don't think it's good for kids or really anyone, man. But obviously that'll be really hard to do. But it'd be interesting if they try. But thanks for listening to me ramble, boys. Hopefully you're happy and healthy, bruh. Hopefully you're happy and healthy and not making goofy bad decisions like I've made in my life. But that's part of the reason why I'm sharing them, man. Just so you guys potentially just don't go down certain paths that I went down and I came back to the bonfire. I'm like, bro, don't go down there. The boss battles down that area they're glitches, bro. They're not meant to be there. Those are optional bosses that aren't fun. You know what I mean? But thanks for listening, boys. Make sure to do something for yourself today. Make sure to do something for someone else today. And regardless, boys, we got this. Take care.